today I'm going to go through all 10 of the simplified, easy morning warm-ups that really you can do any time of the day, midday, morning, evening. They're really fabulous, really easy set to go through. And today I'm going to go through all 10 just to show you how little time it takes and help you feel how good you can feel from doing this. So one of the best things to do in the morning, besides having a nice glass of water or lemon water, is to do some sort of breathing exercise. So with the water, we wake up our organs. Most of our internal organs become slightly dehydrated, and we get things moving again internally. And it's very similar with breath. We're breathing slowly and shallowly, usually when we're asleep. So this exercise, this should be a big exhale, back opening, chest rounding inwards, and then do it quite slowly and softly, and let yourself fill your body, fill your lungs with air. Then a short pause as we transition and exhale again. So this may be too small of movements for most of you to see, but I'm actually sitting a little bit more as my arms go out. And I'm not really rising, but certainly opening my chest, and then opening my back all the way down through to my hips. Now, recently, some advocates of deep breath have taken to breathing in a very noisy manner, but in Tai Chi and in Qigong, we believe that the correct way to breathe is that your breath should be extremely soft, very slow, very deep, and you should barely be able to hear it if you can hear anything at all. So as previously stated, usually I think a good number to do is roughly 10 times, but this depends entirely on how you're feeling the particular day you're doing it. You can do more or less, no problem whatsoever. Just do as many as you feel is good for you at that particular moment, remembering that to keep our health at its peak, especially as we're aging, that we need to be pushing the envelope a little bit. And that doesn't imply any kind of tension, like mental tension, I have to do this, or physical tension especially. It's just reminding ourselves that after a certain age, our bodies need more prompting to stay healthy and strong, and especially flexible and strong. So this one's very, very good. We're getting a lot of exercise in our shoulders, our chest, our back, and we're certainly exercising our lungs and our diaphragm. So really terrific exercise. Now, next one, as I said before, this one is taken from 8th section brocade, and it's meant to exercise your spirit as well as your body, but we're doing a modified version of it, quite simplified. And in this one, all we're doing is pushing our palm forward with our gaze forward also. The other arm retracts, and then we reverse the situation. So this is as if I have my palm on a wall, and I'm pushing into the wall with my palm. So my fingers are pointing almost straight up, and although usually we prohibit this, we are bending our wrist in this one. So we're taking some liberties. And on this one also, I'm regulating my breath. I'm doing movements according to my breath. So on this one, again, as I extend, it's an inhale. And as I begin to come back to withdraw, That's an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again, the slower and softer you can get your breath to be, the better that is for you, because that reflects whether you're in a very anxious state or a very relaxed state. If you relax, if you're capable of relaxing, your breath will automatically slow down. Very good signal that you're working on several different levels of health at the same time. So, and as previously stated, when I'm doing these exercises, I'm very relaxed, and as usual, according to the principles of Tai Chi and Qigong, I am concerned with my alignment, and in this case, it's not very complicated at all. I'm simply pulling up the back of my neck, imagining the top of my head also pulled up, very slight chin tuck, and along with dropping my shoulders, what that should give me is a big opening back here to a major chi center that is quite often closed because of people's propensity to tighten up in this area, raise the head up into a very unnatural position. So by focusing a little bit on that, we should have a big release of chi all through this area. Then going down through the body, shoulders down, of course, and chest relaxed, not slumped, but relaxed, and a line coming down the back, not coming down the front, but coming down the back. So if I run my hand here, I can feel that my back is pretty flat all the way down. Hips are bent, knees are bent, but not deeply. And all I'm getting at by saying hips are bent and knees are bent is to help remind people that reflexively tighten, not to do that. Right? At any given moment, if you have enough awareness of your own body, you should be able to feel that you're tightening and also tightening, and therefore you're injuring your chi development and you're injuring your joints. So relaxed and aligned while we're doing this. So my shoulders are not coming up, my elbows are not coming up, everything done very relaxed manner. Okay, so that's two, on to the third. This movement we can do in a very, very relaxed manner, just allowing our hands to hang loosely at our side. And we'll still get pretty good benefit from it. It gives a really nice massage into your belly, into your hips, and into your back, even if you're doing it in a very relaxed way. But we can add to the benefits of this simply by aiming our hands to be at waist level, front and back. So we give a little pat, a little stimulating pat into the kidneys and into a triple burner, or stomach area. And I find this exercise is a very good whole body exercise, not just turning your hips, but your shoulders, your back, your chest, many, many different parts of your body are getting really nice relaxing opening. Okay, and a reminder, your movement should be from your hip. So obviously if you've locked this very important part of your body, you're not going to be able to turn from here. But we are doing this in a simplified and easy manner, so however you do, that's fine. And so again, roughly 10 movements. Hopefully you can memorize this or print out the document that I posted onto my Patreon site and just pin that up to the wall or wherever you happen to be. Just put it on a desk close to you. And eventually you'll memorize this, all 10 of these exercises and the sequence, and you won't have any difficulty at all in running through the entire set 10 to 15 minutes at most. So exercise 4, we're going to rotate our head and neck. Again, we're trying to be in a very relaxed state. So shoulders, if one of your shoulders comes up as you turn your head, you want to try and focus your awareness to that and simply disallow. How do you disallow? By loosening. Just loosen and drop the shoulder you're moving away from. So if this happens, stop for a moment, loosen this shoulder, down it goes. Okay, this is only head and neck, so there's no rotation of your torso at all in this one. We're focusing to upper chest, upper back, shoulders, head and neck. And the only other thing that we can concern ourselves with is the alignment of our head and neck, where the back of the neck, again, speaking about this chi point, that we want this to be open and we want to develop a habit that we're not doing this kind of thing, but doing the opposite. The chest relaxes in, the back of the neck is pulled up, the top of the head is pulled up, and the chin is very slightly tucked. It gives us a very well-aligned spine and neck. So loose arms, don't tighten your elbows. We do want a slight reach into our fingers, but that should not require that we tighten our arms. It's only open the hand, really. If you can just open your hand a tiny bit, eventually you'll find that you're able to actually reach without tightening anything. So something that has been pointed out to me several times is that if I'm moving too fast or I'm not doing enough repetitions for you, that the venue that is supporting these videos has a little gear at the bottom of the screen, the bottom right of the screen, and you can use that to adjust the speed. And you can always back up. It's very simple, just drag the line that shows the progress of the video, drag it back a bit and repeat as many times as you want at whatever speed you want. Okay, on to exercise 5. Yeah, this exercise is for legs and hips, and it involves many other parts. Your back is involved, your stomach's involved, and it will work towards strengthening your stomach somewhat. And one of the suggestions for this one is that for people that have issues with their balance, that we can do this supported by a table or a wall. And in this case, I have a ballet bar, which is very handy. So I'm going to do it with the ballet bar. I'm standing on a slight angle, and while I swing my leg, it's not going to be going straight forward, straight back. I'm going to curve it so that it's moving forward, backward on an angle. So I'm going to change my angle, not quite 45 here, and still have a bit of an angle for my leg to swing on. So the ballet bar, whether you need it or the wall or the table, whatever you're using, it really doesn't make any difference in this one. Now, when I switch legs, I can turn completely around to do that, but I don't need to. So here's the other leg in motion. I'm trying to keep myself fairly erect when I do this. So I'm not dipping and curving. I'm just trying to stand on my support leg and more or less let my left leg, the one that's swinging right now, operate almost independently. And you can see I'm not making any attempt to get my leg up as high as I can. Suggested is anywhere between knee and waist level, but whatever height you can do it at, and that means even if you're down here, very small movement, that's fine. I very strongly believe in the philosophy regarding our physical and mental health that do anything is much better than doing nothing. And that's one of the reasons that we're presenting this very simplified 10 exercise set for you. That's with the hopes that you'll get up and do it and make some good progress with your health. Okay, exercise 6. So 6 exercise. The way that I was shown this set, people are almost locking their hips when they are moving forward. And that is something I don't agree with. There should be no time when we lock our hips. But for this simplified set, I'm going to say it doesn't really make any difference. Just rotate your hips. Try to get some sideways movement. And this again is something that usually we say don't do that because that's not a good alignment. But for the purpose of this exercise, it's absolutely fine. And it does make it quite a bit more approachable for most people. So 10 to one direction. If you want, you can put your hands on your hips. Try to keep your head still while we're doing this. And even during this exercise, I'm very aware of where my breath is, not losing focus on that most important point. And after 10 to one direction, 10 to the other direction. Okay, so that's exercise 6.